Welcome to the Backlog Chronicles.
We are a podcast that challenges fanboy beliefs
and takes a pragmatic approach to all things gaming.
We strive to create a community for self-thinking fellow gamers.
A community where logical conversation can take place.
And a drive to further one's knowledge of gaming can be sparked.
Take a seat.
Show's about to begin.
Okay, all right. What's up, guys? How you doing? This is TBC After Dark. After Dark. I'm Mo Kalma, Dr. Mo, and we are doing this PlayStation Showcase 2021. Just impressions and overall what we thought of it. We're not gonna go into every single game because some of them were kind of snoozers. But, obviously just the main bangers, if that's what you want to call them. And no, we are not going to talk about that fucking intro, which wasted like 4 precious minutes for no reason. I'm going to go around and really quick introduce yourselves, my fucking sons. Mike.
Yo, what's up, guys? Machine Gun Mike. You know what it is every Sunday.
My fucking son.
That's good. K-Med in the house, ready to talk PlayStation. Let's go.
Hey, good evening. Jordan here, Roguelike PAC. This is my first PlayStation Showcase as a PlayStation owner.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes,
It's kind of a moment for me.
That
shit
shit
melts
melts
my
my
guys.
heart, man.
Popping his cherry.
Yeah.
Yes.
That
So let's
melts
talk
my
about
heart.
let's talk about some impressions tonight.
All right, baby. I do want to add, though, before we start, that Xbox and 343 just casually dropped the Halo Infinite Flight date on September 24th at the moment the show started today. So,
really?
Yeah,
Yep.
that was pretty
Did that
sweet.
at the moment. Yeah, so.
Dude,
I'll
Xbox
just-
hits different.
Oh, my God. Oh, yeah. Of course they do. I know that reference. Okay. All right. Let's get going, baby. First thing they showed, no, we're not going to talk about Jim Ryan, is the biggest. They started the show out right away with
Nice.
obviously Lucasfilm, blah blah blah, and then ends up being a Knights of the Old Republic remake, which I don't think anybody was expecting it to be on this show. I'll go around with you guys. Obviously this was one of the biggest surprises of the show. Resonated with a lot of people, and the crazy thing is too, it's going to be a timed exclusive on PlayStation 5, which I did not expect at all.
Yeah,
this
that was pretty crazy.
Yes,
Yeah, considering what the first one was an Xbox exclusive, right?
yes.
Yeah. See,
Yes,
and I remember playing that.
Yes.
Eventually, did it come out on PC? Eventually, I think it might have.
I think it
Yeah,
did.
it did.
I think it did because I played it on PC. But I'm kind of stoked for it. I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, but I've heard only good things about it, and it's definitely loved by many. And PlayStation kind of pulled a power move, I think, on stealing it as a timed, at least a timed exclusive. What do you guys think?
Yeah. No, they did, man. They definitely did. This is the game that basically shot BioWare into stardom. Before
Right.
Mass Effect, it was this.
Oh,
Even though,
interesting.
2 was made by
Okay.
Obsidian. But yeah, man. I mean, they
And
just
is this
showed
an
it.
MMO? Like, what type of game is this?
It's RPG.
It's RPG. Yep, single
Yeah.
player.
And you get to pick either Sith or Jedi, right? Okay, I think I've played some version of this on PC like recently.
Yeah.
Like when I moved to Florida here first, and it was like pretty basic, but it was like fun. I like the lore. There was a lot of talking and stuff, but remake, like it has to have good, like decent combat, right? Because
Yeah.
the combat and the other
That's
stuff
what
was
they have to tighten that up. They have to tighten that
Something.
up. That's what I'm expecting.
something.
That's what I'm expecting.
Okay,
If-
that's
if
why I'm
it's,
like air about it.
If you didn't really care for this is like this is like one of those things, with Final Fantasy 7, when Final Fantasy 7 remake
Yeah,
was
if you
announced,
don't
and
know,
people were
then
like, holy shit.
yeah.
Yeah,
If
so
you
unless
know,
like
then you know.
unless you have like an attachment to to the first iteration. Then
Yeah, I think
whatever.
it'll be pretty popular. It was
Oh
surprising.
yeah,
For
oh
sure.
yeah,
I'm excited.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Jordan, you want to add anything for Knights of the Old
No,
Republic?
no, I'm on the same page with you guys. I was not really into the genre when KOTOR first came out, so I was just
Yeah.
like, I slept on it. But now that I've grown really fond of BioWare and what they put out, I'm more than happy to visit this the remake.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
definitely. Oh yeah, for sure.
Shall
The next game that they showed was Project Eve. Project Eve is it looks like a third-person action RPG. It's from a Korean studio. I didn't catch the name of the studio, unfortunately.
it's Shift Up.
There you go, my son.
Nice.
So anyway, yeah. So they showed the game running on PS5. Obviously, stylish combat, very nice visuals. A very, I mean, it's got that Japanese-like,
Right.
presentation,
Right.
where everything is just bombastic and dramatic and whatnot. So,
Right.
100%.
but it looks, yeah. But I had no idea about this game, honestly. Like I remember
Yeah.
the chat people were like, "Oh, hey, this is Project Eve." I was like, "What the hell's Project Eve?" I didn't even remember this shit. But
I
looks
had
awesome,
no idea.
man.
I had completely
It does.
forgotten about it.
Yeah. What'd you guys think about this?
I
Mike.
thought this looked incredible, honestly. The more it went on, the more I liked. When they opened it up with the slow-mo booty shot, I was like, okay, whatever. But,
Slow-mo
hey, man.
shot.
I was like,
Fan
whatever.
service.
But, yeah, but the more it went on, like, visually, it gave me Nier Automata vibes. It even gave me Asura's Wrath vibes, that old PlayStation game, for some reason. Like, the monster design is really interesting. Like, I don't know, just visually looks pretty cool. The combat, I forget if they showed like a lot of combat or if
showed
it was
good
just.
amount.
Did they? Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I was
Yeah,
just
no,
still.
no.
I think
They
I was
showed
overstimulated, so I was just like super enthralled,
No
you
doubt.
know,
It was a
about what I
long
was.
doubt.
segment. Yeah.
Yes,
a
it
long
was.
segment.
Yes, it was, Kevin.
Yeah, no, they
Yeah.
did. Yeah, it was a long segment, and they definitely showed a lot of gameplay, and really big ups to. They showed a lot of gameplay today on the
Oh
show.
yeah, the parry and stuff. Okay.
But,
Yes, it looks great.
Yeah, it does look great. But so
Good God.
I guess Project Eve. Yeah, here's more gameplay as well. It's really
Yeah, see, there you
stylish,
go.
man. I'm really loving this combat.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people are seeing, a lot of combat like this now, especially with the Chinese developed games that we've been seeing, like
Right.
Black Myth, and the other games. I personally love it. I mean,
Yes.
I don't care. A lot of people say like, oh, a lot of this combat looks the same. I mean, it can look the same. It's still
But if it's
Oh.
good,
Yeah, it's
still a blast
yeah,
to play.
Who
So
cares?
right.
Right, right.
And these are the same
Right.
people that play fucking Call of Duty every year. So
Yep, that's
Right.
the thing. That's the thing. We play plenty of shooters, so yeah. But then we guess it's double standard when we say, oh no, we can't have too many JRPG hack and slash games. But this just looks friggin' awesome. Just the environmental design, the enemy design. I know
Look at
Mike
those
was really
crazy
honing in
looking
on that.
dudes.
But look how
Yeah.
beautiful all the animations are. It's like I said, it's
Yeah.
so over the top. Like the story beats always miss me in these games, but
yes.
but just everything that I'm seeing
Yeah.
on screen here is incredible. Like look at how much the detail of the blood and the dismemberment. It's
Yeah, there's
brutal.
Little
lot of
particle effects from the
Yep.
weapons.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's just this. All these hand-drawn animations are just so impressive. So
I
am
actually
very
thought it
much
was some
looking forward
sort
to
of
this.
like crazy Resident Evil shit at first because of
Like a
the monster
spin-off.
designs and stuff. Yeah, I'm
Yes,
like, holy
eyeball.
shit, that looks. Yes.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
Bayonetta vibes at first. Like,
This.
look at
Okay,
this.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was
That
like,
scene.
okay, this is Bayonetta type-ish and all these other things, but
It looks
Nier
different.
Automata,
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
types
Yeah, I wonder
of
if there's going to
games.
be like a leveling system or, I really like Nier. So
Right.
I can see
Oh,
myself
cool.
playing this
I'm
eventually.
with you. Yeah, I'm with you. I might even have like a Souls, like kind of like DNA to it with like
Yeah.
the targeting individual enemies and then obviously these big boss fight. Look how brutal this is.
Yeah.
Bro, this is
I'm
badass.
stoked. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
South Korea, whatever you guys are doing, keep it up.
Yeah, it's funny too, Jordan. You mentioned the stories and stuff
Yeah.
because, like, I so feel you. I think that Scarlet Nexus game,
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm also getting vibes like that as well. That story, I played the demo and it was just like, whatever.
Same,
Like, just the whole
same.
the slow talking of the pacing
Yeah.
and the click of the button. Like, if they can make that more engaging,
Right.
like, I don't want to give an example really, but if they can make that more engaging, like that would make these games a little bit more. Like Devil May Cry, for instance, does like cutscene, mission, cutscene at the end. That's the level. Cutscene, mission, and
That's,
it's like a little bit more. You can track with it a little bit better.
That's what I'm getting out of this one too. It doesn't seem
Yeah.
like it's open worldish, you
So
know,
pretty.
but whatever it is, it looks awesome. I
Yeah.
Yes,
think,
it does.
I think
Yes,
we're
it
all in
does.
agreement on that one. Okay, so after that, my boys, they showed Tiny Tina's Wonderland. I'm gonna let you
Yeah.
guys take it because I'm just very oblivious to the
Sure.
to
Sure.
the
No.
Borderlands world, you know. But, what did you guys tell? What was your take
Yeah.
on this?
It's cool, it's more Borderlands. This is our first time seeing gameplay for it, and it's kind of what I expected it to look like. Maybe it has a little bit more of a refresh to the aesthetics of it, and obviously they're doubling down on this whole fantasy aesthetic. It looks like they have this overworld system at some point where you're kind of navigating with I guess large head size versions of your characters as you go around these maps, but combat seems to still be very much Borderlands like, except they have crossbows and spells. I love the attitude, I love the charm of the universe, and this game has been, according to Gearbox, it's been in that development for 10 years or so. But I think the guy helming it is Matt Cox, and he did all of the boss fights for Borderlands 3, which were arguably pretty impressive in my opinion. So I'm excited to see if that translates into this game as far as introducing new elements that we haven't seen in the Borderlands games before. What about you guys?
I'm excited about it, to be honest. It's gonna be like an MMO, right? I mean, it's gonna be and it's gonna be multiplayer. Do we know how many players can play, or is it
I'm
still
assuming
gonna
it's
be
gonna
like
be
the
4.
4-player?
I'm assuming
MMO?
it'll be 4. I'm assuming it'll be 4.
Is it gonna be an MMO, or is it gonna be just a single player
So,
RPG?
I'm assuming it'll be like this co-op 4-player RPG, but they might double down the whole we'll have raids and whatnot. Granted, you have those right now in Borderlands, but they might have more of those, or maybe in a different style in this game.
Because it felt like it almost felt like a Destiny type of game, But you're probably right. It's probably just gonna run on 4-player co-op. It looks fun. I mean, it's Borderlands.
Yes.
Borderlands always had magic and guns, and I think they just popped in some dragons and some wizard hats, and they have a whole new game. So I'm not excited about it. I'll play it, and it looks like there's some funky, third person segments. I don't even know what the fuck that's about.
Right.
But I'm for it. I think this would be a great run or a great playthrough for all of us to do at some point.
Hell yeah.
If it turns out to be fun, it might be something we can do a let's play on. But I liked what I saw, and
Same.
Tiny Tina was always one of the better characters and one of the best expansions for the series as well. So so I'm excited. Let's see what how it fares, and maybe it'll be new enough. Because I think even though people like Borderlands 3, it was so much of the same. That I think it's getting long in the tooth type of thing. So I'm glad they're branching out a little bit.
Fair. Yeah, I think we'll get Mo to bite on this game. I think he'll dig it.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we'll see, man.
this game for me visually took me by surprise. I didn't expect the cell shading or whatever this graphical style is to be so. I would love to see a Darksiders game like this, but anyways, it's a super detailed, cartoony type of shading. Oh man, and it's just hitting on all levels here. The fantasy level, I said it in my reaction video. I was like, it's not my cup of tea, but classes stick out heavily to me. Yeah, this super fantasy, super colorful. I like the shot where they're fighting the big skeleton under the thing. That's where I was like, all right, this looks really cool. So for me, this isn't a go-to, but this is a definitely oh, my buddy's got it. I'm not gonna have a bad time with it. That's for sure.
No, it'll be a good time.
Before we move on, what? It's still gonna be first-person shooter, clearly, but I mean, how exactly is it gonna be different?
So I think they have like right there, they were showing that guy doing a spinning attack. They're gonna have melee in this somehow. Either if it's first person or third person or a combination of the two. And like Kevin said, they have it looks like they have some sort of overworld thing where maybe kind of think of Super Mario World where you're going from level to level. So maybe they'll have something like that where you're navigating from stage to stage in that regard. I honestly have no idea, but they're doubling down on the whole RPG thing. You're gonna have armor sets, helmets, torsos, and all that stuff. So it'll have a little bit of that a little heavier RPG mechanics to it.
Sweet.
Yeah, man.
I might get into this, man. If it's different, yeah, fuck it, why not? Honestly,
Yeah.
maybe it'll stroke my fancy.
Sure, man.
All right, baby. Next is another one of the really great showings that they had today. Forspoken from Square. We know this is a game that's coming, third-person action. So I'm pretty sure action RPG as well. This was revealed, I think, earlier this year. It's a 2-year exclusive coming to PS5. And this actress, I forgot her name. I had a feeling this was going to be there because on her Instagram account, apparently she like hinted at something, right? About Forspoken. And I'm glad to see that they showed it and they came in full force today. This was like one of the really impressive showings that they had. A lot of gameplay that they showed. Me personally, I've been really interested in it from the day that I saw it, and now even seeing this as well, just the traversal. And as you guys are going to see when you're watching this, the traversal looks so fun. The combat looks fun, and they do such a great job with, even the animations themselves, the traversal animations, and the way she flies through the air, and combat looks like it's going to mix it up. They didn't show us like the menu or any upgrades or anything like that. I think this was just more of a let's show them gameplay type of thing. Again, in terms of how you travel the world and the combat itself. Story wise, I didn't really pick up anything. But again, you could see it. The game is just drop dead gorgeous. It's beautiful, and I like the fact too that this is a Square game, but they're taking a different approach with the main character. I like, besides the fact that it's a female, it looks like it's a female of color, and there's also going to be this element of she brings some pizzazz. It's not just like your fucking clear cut. Regular Square characters, with like the long freaking crazy hair and like the staring into the camera with the dramatic
Frosted
approach.
Tips.
Yeah, exactly. I love to see this. Look at this shit. Look how amazing this looks.
Really good.
God damn it. Anyway, yeah.
I wanna know what the fucking story is behind it. They kind of leave it in mystery with that portal opening up and everything. I have no idea what the fuck is going on except this woman ends up in a place full of dragons and shit. So I am all for figuring out what this story is about and playing through it. It looks like it might be significant too, you actually have a good story and a good plot, which is awesome because I love the single player type of experience that is meaningful. And some of the characters look pretty badass, like this whatever queen lady with the crazy helmet. And earlier than I expected to. So I'm super excited for this one.
No, for sure. Yeah. So I guess so. Yeah, I was just looking it up too. Like, so the developers is Luminous Productions, so they're part of Square. Production. So, and granted, I haven't like I think the majority of us here, we haven't really enjoyed like a good Square game for a while. So this might set the tone, or at least maybe turn the tide for us in that regard. Like you mentioned, Mo, I like how they are doing a different approach to their, not just their character design, but it looks like the storytelling may be different too. I don't want to hear about a crystal, but there probably will be a crystal though. But
that's what I was gonna say.
Let's be honest. There's going to be a crystal. But no, this is just everything about this is just so dope, and I see a lot of the animation and flair and pizzazz that we saw in Final Fantasy 15 here, but again, just dialed up to a ridiculously high number. It's just it's pretty. That's all I can say.
And the main character that looks like she's just gonna have.
She's like a smart ass,
man.
Yeah. Remember that first clip last year? She was like, "Fuck this bear."
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, she's like,
that's really
freaking.
That's what I knew
this
about
time.
right,
so
man.
I wonder if they've edited it.
Oh, really?
I hope
She said freaking a lot in this one.
Okay.
So I don't know. Maybe they're making it. They're dialing it back a little bit. I guess we'll see.
There'll be a director's cut.
Attitude.
That's
Yeah,
what
exactly.
Yeah,
There you go.
exactly.
With the curse words.
They're saving the curse words for the director's cut. Perfect. I like it.
Yeah, I think they're bringing a lot of new visual style to what's happening with water or ice.
Yes.
Your basics,
Yes.
but they're turning it into a little bit of visual. One thing that concerns me though a little bit though is her movement going to be so fluid during combat, and if you're in these little parts like this, are you going to be like hooking on walls? That's
sure.
one thing I'm worried about
Fair.
because she does have this Spider-Man type of sprint action. I want to. You see her feet light up, and I feel like that's some type of like wall run activation or something like that. You got your basic typical swings and stuff like that, but I do like this right here. This looks new, like you haven't seen, and then the fade away at the end there when she's fighting the mage or whatever. I was like, is this like a Doctor Strange type of? Feels like Doctor Strange or something like that. But anyways, but yeah, it looks awesome.
Yeah, definitely, man. Really looking forward to this one. And like Kevin was saying, I was really surprised it's coming in 2020, spring 2022. I mean, shit, you're talking what, 6, 7, 8 months maximum.
Yes, yes.
Sweet. Okay. So next is a game that we've been really looking forward to, and that is Rainbow Six Extinction. Moving on. Alan Wake remake.
Moving on.
Alan Wake remake. We were talking about this before. Had this not leaked a few days ago, I think this would have made a much bigger impact at this show. And it's really surprising that this was the only leak of this show.
Yeah, that's true.
So Sony really kept a tight lid on this one. And anyway, I love this game. I love I'm a fan of this game, and I was very happy when that leak came out. And I'm glad to see that it's getting a proper remaster, not a shitty half-assed remaster. We talked about this on Sunday as well. Apparently, they're using the engine that they used for Control, but I think that was itself a rumor because, I mean, the game looks significantly better, but I mean, it's not I don't think this is like a full from the ground up remake. You know, I mean, it's just it looks like it's Alan Wake with just a much better coat of polish. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I'm excited for it. I'm glad it's coming to PlayStation consoles as well, so more people can experience it. And I'm looking forward to it, man. I love this. This is probably, I would say, dare I say, I probably enjoyed it more than. Well, I would say the first Max Payne. I'm not sure about the second Max Payne, but I mean, it's right up there for me.
Oh,
I was really, really good.
Yeah.
That's tough.
What did you guys think about this?
I am excited. I've played Alan Wake several and I think it's one of my favorite games by Remedy. It puts you in a nice atmosphere.
Yes.
It's really dark. The flashlight is by far one of the best flashlights I've ever seen in a game, and it adds to the mystery. So this one's gonna come. It was an Xbox and PC, exclusive. This is the first time Alan Wake is touching a PlayStation console, which is super cool. And it's gonna come with both expansions.
Nice.
One of them I didn't care for, but the other one was fine. And obviously upgraded textures and graphics and cinematics and all that shit. And new director's commentary, which is kind of neat for the nerds. Since it's such a heavily story-driven game, I might actually listen to some of that commentary.
Sure.
Just to kind of see, because some of the stuff is very, vague, right? I mean, you're reaching to try to figure out, what the fuck are they thinking in this scene? Anyway, no, it's long overdue. I'm glad PlayStation, fans will be able to experience it natively, on their console. I'm super happy to see Alan, kind of back. And I'm hoping this means they're working on a part 2.
Yes.
I hope. And,
That's cool, right?
We'll see. What do you guys
Well, we
think?
know, I mean, that's like some more podcast shit. We know they're working on a Control remake and the multiplayer, which is separate. And they are, the rumors are they're working on a follow-up to Alan Wake, but we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah, what do you think, Jordan?
Yeah, I would love to revisit this game, man, because I played it originally on 360 all those years ago. And yeah, they just took such a cool approach to the storytelling in terms of doing their I guess you call it like chapters in like TV style. It was like episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they had
yeah, that's right.
And then they always wrapped up with this cool little montage with the dope ass soundtrack, like as if you're watching the final moments of any sort of prime time. I don't watch, but a TV show essentially. But yeah, I think I've mentioned it before, but I wasn't too crazy about how the game wrapped up. But I have not played the expansion, so I will totally revisit it. And I think it's awesome that's coming out next month. So that's exciting.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, October 5th, I think it said.
Even
Yeah, that's
that one
gonna-
was confirmed.
Shadow drop almost.
October
Oh, that was
Mhm.
gotcha.
Oh yeah, definitely. So, Mike, did you play Alan Wake?
I didn't. I remember back in the day, the flashlight was the big thing, and I remember just seeing it a lot. So I never played it. I did never get around to it. This trailer, though, knowing that it's like an old game that people are into or whatever, it was really like the mystery intrigues me the most. So it's just like
Yeah.
if it's one of those hitters where it's like, oh man, this is the game, you dust it off and you tell your grandkids about it or whatever. If it's one of those classic games, then I'll definitely check it out, because just the trailer, he's like, I'm a writer. And I was like, ooh, like, let's go. Yeah, but I'm going to check it out for sure. I'm going to check it out.
Yeah,
Cool,
no,
Mike.
definitely, man. What a fucking year, man. We're getting an Alan Wake remake and Dead Space remake is announced. Whew. Amazing.
Yeah.
I
Hotness.
love it. Oh yeah. Okay. So next up, they showed to nobody's surprise, Grand Theft Auto 5. So
Oh, yay.
I guess we can move on. So the next showing was surprising. This was Ghostwire Tokyo. A lot of people, they've been very quiet on this game. Apparently, it was still rumor. I mean, initially it was supposed to be coming in 2021, but I seriously doubt it. They showed it today for the first time. They showed a good amount of gameplay as well, as we'll see. And there's definitely a horror aspect to it, as they previously said. It's from Tango Gameworks, and I like what I'm seeing, man. Initially, I was a little bit reserved in terms of what they were going to do, but this is very stylish for me. It looks fucking batshit crazy. And I'm all up for that. I still don't know what the hell's going on. I know there's a lot of weird supernatural shit, but this movement and these freaking ghosts that look like napkins that we used to make when we were kids with the band-aid with the rubber band, or you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then this guy, man, this is just
I don't know what's going on,
again,
dude.
I have no idea what's going on, but I am all about it.
Headless,
really shitty
headless
that they ended
chicks.
it. Yeah.
Oh, dude.
No release date though.
Nothing, huh?
What'd you guys think?
I
Ghost
love the
napkin
toilet
Tokyo.
paper thing. Yeah, ghost napkin
Ghost
Tokyo.
napkin Tokyo.
It looks nuts to me.
It does, man.
I'm just about it. I'm about any Japanese demon stuff, and
Yes,
first person
yes,
being very
yes,
unique
yes.
and magical and colorful. I mean, count me in 100%.
It's so fucking weird that I'm gonna need to play it. It looks like Watch Dogs and Death Stranding.
Yeah, there you
had a
go.
Baby, in hell, right? I mean, I don't even know what's going on, but yeah, I'm about it. Like Mike said, I will play this fucking that lady had giant scissors. Nah, bro, like this is crazy. I don't know what's happening, but no date kind of sucks, because I know people have been hyped about this shit for what, like 2 years. It's been a while, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I wish it had even a window for release, but
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And for anybody watching this deal was made way before the Bethesda acquisition, so spare me the fucking Xbox Studio making a game for PlayStation.
Say it ain't so.
Yeah, say it ain't so. What do you think?
Yeah,
Jordan?
man. I like Tango Gameworks, Evil Within developers. Shinji Mikami, he's made some really interesting developments. And as far as his newer games, Shadows of the Damned, freaking
Yes.
awesome game when he was with Grasshopper Studios. But yeah,
Yes.
when they first showed this game, I was kind of underwhelmed. I was like, what is this whole first person perspective? And you do all this casting stuff with your hands. I'm like, it looked like a VR game. But now, when I see this, it's definitely heavy on the action, which is not a bad thing, but just because it looks so batshit crazy. You have all these ridiculous spells, and I think it'll be a lot more engaging than my initial impressions had it set out to be. So crazy combat, maybe crazy traversal, and then obviously you got really wicked enemy design. So I'm down. I'm down.
Yeah, definitely, man. That's what it's looking like. So we'll see. I was just really I was disappointed, at least, that they had no release date, considering that it was promised 2021, but it looks like it's gonna definitely
Yeah.
get pushed out. Even there's not gonna be any surprises. They just showed
Right.
this game to let people know, hey, it's still here, it's still
Mhm.
coming. That's pretty much what it looks like. Okay, so next they showed. Do you guys want to talk about Guardians of the Galaxy? I mean, they showed like
we've
20
seen
minutes
it.
of this, man.
Yeah, we've seen this. Like, I was literally like, when they showed some of it, I was like, this is not that new. It just looks much
Right.
better than what it did like back.
Yeah.
That's all I really gotta
does.
say about it.
Sure.
It's a Marvel game. I'll probably get it.
There you
It
go.
looks really good, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I mean, it looks good, and honestly, I have more Square or who is it? I'm sorry, Eidos Montreal. They've always done good shit. I mean, this is
I
different
agree.
this is different from what what they've done from before. But I mean, looks fine. Yeah, whatever, man. It looks like
I
it's gonna be a fun
wanted
round.
it to hit me different, and the only thing I liked was the fucking dog. I'm not gonna lie. I the story is not grabbing me right now. The characters look fine. Some of the action looks okay. I don't like Peter and the way I can't right
Are
now.
you
So we'll
comparing
see.
him to the Marvel though? Because look,
I'm comparing him to what I want him to look like, and that is not it.
okay.
And
So it's not-
All
and I
right.
don't know. Like, his voice is okay. The raccoon's fine. Groot looks like Groot. Thank God.
Can't fuck with
And
the tree.
Gamora
yeah,
looks
you can't
good.
fuck with the tree. And
fuck
Gamora
with the
looks
tree.
good. I mean, it's more impressive to me than I thought Avengers was when I first
Yeah.
saw it, right?
Yeah.
And I've been playing actually a lot of Avengers and actually enjoying my time with the shitty ass game. So I'll probably end up picking this shit up. It is Marvel, and I'm a sucker for it. But I'm not. It's the enemies, right? I didn't feel that part,
Yeah.
and I don't want it to be some generic fucking bullshit. So that just has me worried, because if I kill another fucking robot in Avengers
know.
that looks like a Kinects toy, I'm gonna lose my shit. So we'll see, and it's a different studio making it, right? So that's promising. I just hope they've learned a bit from the Avengers, struggles. And
I think this
they have.
game. I think I think this game has what it has going against it. Unfortunately, is Avengers, because
Yes.
people are so jaded by it, and I have a feeling that
And rightfully so. I mean,
but these were like the impressions. Like, I mean, it's hard to just look at this game
as
Me
its own
personally,
thing.
as its own thing. Like, I think if this game came out before
First.
Avengers did, I think people would have
Yeah.
responded maybe differently to it.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I agree.
So-
I agree.
Yeah, but
Yeah, it's
I
gonna
mean,
be
we're all
hard. It's gonna be hard to kind of separate that. So it's got to make a big impact. But shit, man, October 26th. That's
Yeah.
that's sooner
That's
than
what's
I
surprised.
thought.
Yeah, same.
So, yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I hope it does well.
yeah, definitely. Jordan, you got anything to add?
No, not too much. I just I want the game to be successful. I'll be optimistic in that regards. I don't have the highest hopes, but I would be more than happy to see it do well.
Good. Yeah, for sure.
Well said.
Okay, so to quickly touch on it, they showed was it Vampire the Masquerade, this game? It's it's Vampire the Masquerade Blood Hunt. Apparently it's a free-to-play battle royale.
Oh,
It looks fucking cool, man. I mean, yeah, there's stealth elements in it and shit. I don't know. I don't know
I
how
know you
much of it
mentioned
we
that.
can.
Sorry, Bo. I know
No,
you
go
mentioned the free-to-play battle royale like literally before we started recording, and even when you said it right now, I was like, "Oh, still surprised." Like, okay, wow, that is crazy.
Yeah, it looks impressive for what it is, honestly. I mean, look, man, Halo Infinite multiplayer is going free to play. I mean, so I think nowadays we shouldn't look at that moniker anymore as suboptimal
Low
or
grade,
trash
right,
or
sure.
low grade. I mean, because these guys know they're gonna make money. If their game is good,
Yeah.
they're gonna make money from these microtransactions. But I like what I'm seeing, man. It's fun. Like, me looking at this and watching it, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna download it. I'm gonna play it, and if it's good, I'll probably waste money on it like a degenerate, with the microtransactions. But what did you guys think, real quick? What were your takes on it? It looks fun, man. It's different.
Yeah, no, I think there's a there's still very much an interest in battle royale, obviously, and then maybe just to inject a little bit of a unique take on it, you have this whole vampire class system now here. I actually didn't know it was a battle royale. I thought it was like like a straight up like a PvP, like I guess you'd say like a deathmatch or objective based game. But yeah, I mean it has the what I see here. It looks like it's like a AA, kind of game, which is not a bad thing, especially if it is launching as a free to play title. And if that is the case, I will at least try it out. There's no doubt about that. I will never turn down a free to play game just to at least try it.
It looks different enough
flashy
to try.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, for sure.
One thing that concerns me mostly is battle royale with melee. I don't know, maybe Hunter's Arena, that free game on PlayStation last month, like put a bad taste. But and it's like, but how would you do like a battle royale with melee where like really, without going like for honor on it or like super intuitive like combat? But obviously there's swords and guns and teleporting and all that kind of stuff. So I'm interested. Yeah, it looks cool. I'm always down for vampires. Always down for vampires.
Seems like it's coming to PS5 only, so we'll see.
Hey.
Okay. Next day talk about Deathloop. So that's coming out in 5 days. Just stop fucking talking about this game.
I don't want to see anything.
No more, man.
Please.
Right?
Okay.
It's pre-ordered. Leave me alone.
Yes, I know. They actually just charged Best Buy just charged me for the fucking for the Steelbook edition. So just leave me alone.
Nice. Oh, look, it's Radiohead.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, Radiohead. I don't know what the fuck this was.
I don't know either.
I have no idea.
I have no idea.
No clue.
So what I read is that it's like kind of like an interactive experience of two of their albums that they put out in years past. And that's all I can say about it. So Tom York, whatever it is you're doing, it's I guess it's kind of cool looking. I mean, I like some Radiohead music, but
I guess
you have to be in the mood.
I feel same.
Then after that, really quickly they showed this game. It's like a cute indie game. With that really, art style, really cute art style. It's called Tchia. Looks great. You guys should take a look at it. I like the way it looks. I love anything in the water, especially with these indie games, especially with these types of art styles in the water and whatever it is. I mean, I have no idea what the fuck is going on, but it's definitely something I will probably get into. I love indie games, man. So things like this, I'm definitely down to check it out. You guys got anything to add on this?
No, not really. I was just gonna say it has a very interesting aesthetic, and whatever this mechanic is, as far as like you hopping from different creatures, it looks pretty interesting. So they're gonna have like full on, I guess, abilities and traversal for all these different animals you have. So there's a lot of like really impressive looking art design going on here.
You know what it reminds me of? Do you remember what's his name? Michel, what's his name? The creator of Beyond Good and Evil, Michel Ansel.
Ansel. Mike. Yeah.
Mike. Yeah. Michel. I think it's Michel. In fucking French or whatever. But
Ubisoft.
Didn't they? Wasn't there something like this that he was doing? Not in this art style, but wasn't he doing some sort of wild game where like you take control of different animals? And then that was the game that was canceled. They announced this like several years ago, and then they just announced its cancellation. Like. Not too recently, but that's what it reminded me of, at least. Kevin, Mike, you guys got anything on this?
I'm lost. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to think about this. It's cute. All right, that's all I got.
Visually,
I don't think
good.
I'd ever actually touch it unless it was like multiplayer and I could kill things.
Fair.
Okay, so next they showed really quick Uncharted 4. Uncharted 4 Among Thieves. No, not Among Thieves. That's Uncharted 2. Uncharted 4, Thieves End, and Uncharted Lost Legacy. They're going to be remastering these for the PS5. Great fucking news. And they finally announced that it's coming to PC. I thought it was going to come to PC with the entire Uncharted collection.
Oh, that's cool.
But apparently they're only bringing 4 and Lost Legacy, which it makes sense because they're the most recent ones and technologically they're the most advanced. So I think this is going to be great for PC players as well. But they're coming to the PS5 first, the remasters. We don't know if they're going to charge for them if you have Uncharted 4 and if you have Lost Legacy. Most likely they will. I'll buy them anyway. I don't give a fuck. I love Uncharted, so it doesn't really matter to me. So you guys got anything or moving on.
Great games. Play it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. I still haven't touched Lost Legacy yet. I was like, oh, maybe I'll wait for enhancement, but now it looks like I'm gonna have to get shafted and buy it again because we believe in iterations.
Yeah, I know. You played 4 on.
I did. I played 4. I just not played the expansion. 4 was so good, so much better than I could have imagined.
Yeah,
Whew.
it's so good. I don't know why I got some flack, bro. I thought it was fucking phenomenal. Yeah. What do we? Okay. So this next announcement. If you want to start it right from the beginning, yeah. First, they obviously they announced first they showed Marvel, and then everybody's like, okay, maybe it's Spider-Man, and then they show Insomniac, and then they show this scene, and ends up being Wolverine. I had no idea, right? I'm not a big comic person, you know, so I mean, even like his bloody knuckles, like I didn't put 2 and 2 together, you know, like I mean, because I don't pay attention to this stuff. I know like the comic people like you, Mike, like you were watching this, and as soon as you saw Marvel, you were looking for those visual cues to let you know what it is. You know, and then once like his claws came out, I was like, "Whoa, this was fucking yo!" My take on this is obviously, my only, you know, really quick. Obviously, we had a quick trailer. It's an announcement trailer. It's Insomniac. They're fucking amazing. We don't know what they're eating over there. We don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're clearly just. Right. I personally think they're Sony's premier studio at this point. And what really stuck out to me is the fact that this is another IP, another franchise that Marvel is giving Sony exclusively, right? And another big character, a very well-loved character in the Marvel universe. So clearly, Marvel is very happy with the direction that Sony's taking, at least Spider-Man. I mean, we know what they did. And yeah, man, this is going to... I don't know what they're going to do. I'd love to hear what you guys think. I think, again, so what did you guys think of this announcement?
This was my oh shit moment. Like the second I saw this dude sitting at the bar stool, I freaking had a feeling it was Wolverine. And then as soon as they kept focusing on the fists, I was like, yes, it is. Now I'm someone that has not played the Spider-Man games yet, but I know how well received they are. So I don't know. I shouldn't say I don't know. I have faith that they're going to do this IP very, 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 very well. But I guess my biggest question is, like, is it going to be violent? It's going to be bloody, which is not a make or break thing in my opinion. But if you really want to, like, you know, tap into what Wolverine is, he's a friggin' savage. So, like, you know, let him tear some people up. But this was just badass for me. Yeah. What about you, Kev? We'll let Mike wrap this up because this was Mike's shit.
Mike can wrap it up, but I have to say that Wolverine is my favorite character of any fucking comic, DC or Marvel. I grew up with Wolverine. I was Wolverine, you know, for Halloween.
You look like Wolverine.
I thought I was Wolverine at times. He's just a badass, right? And I love this, and I will buy if I need to spend $700 just for a console to play this fucking game. I would do it because this got me so hyped, dude. I was at work and my boss was like roving around, and here I am. I'm like, I saw the claws and I had to pause it, and I'm like, oh my fucking god, would you just go away? I need to see this. But yes, and in the hands of Insomniac.
Yes.
Like, I can't think of a better studio to handle this. Like, I just have faith in them at this point. And I don't think they're going to do me wrong, because if they do, I'm going to be really sad. But I feel like it's going to be a darker type of Wolverine, just with that whole scene, right? I mean, it just looks and feels dark. His knuckles are already bloody. He looks like he might be a little older based on those hands, you know what I mean? So I'm hoping it's more Logan-esque than you know, the earlier movies, though. So I'm super stoked, and I know Mike's an even bigger fan, so I'm gonna let him go with this. But Wolverine, it just needs to. Dude, go for it.
Okay, so right out the get, I whenever it was Marvel, I was like, all right, like, what are we getting in here? Like, Spider-Man. But then when they showed this, obviously, you know, it's different graphics and it's different stuff. I thought it was Daredevil. Hell's Kitchen bar scene, Ben Affleck bar scene in my head. Shoot me. I'm sorry. You know, but I instantly knew who this was. But I think the thing that got me going the most about it was that when it showed the title card and it was just Wolverine. And when you got just Wolverine, you know the focus that they put in, like when you have just Spider-Man, you know, and we see other games where it's like a whole team, Midnight Suns, Avengers, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The hype for those aren't like as like, you know, you're going to get some type of very high combat, fast hack and slash, like they're gonna do something, I don't know, but like I just think about like the pounce and the lunge and the like the claw where he like swipes it together and it makes a big X or whatever, or some sort of like drill like dash, and like how, you know, thinking about Spider-Man's powers and stuff like that. I also like too that his character model, they give him big ass forearms, because Wolverine in real life is only 5'2", okay?
Right.
So, but they give
In
him
real
big
life.
ass. Yeah, my bad. But you know, they give him big ass forearms to house those claws in there, and I was just like, that's such a particular thing that they did right there. I don't know, man, but
So cool.
golly, yeah, so cool.
Yeah.
I was thinking too. I was like, wow, it was like back in the day when Super Nintendo and stuff was popular. They used to have a lot of Marvel games running, and now that and then they went under. Blade was released. They received enough money to hold their head up high, and then they kicked off all the other Marvel stuff. But I feel like video games are just now catching up to the entertainment side of things, which I'm loving, you know. And then we got Gotham Knights and all that kind of comic book shit. So yeah, looking good on the comic book side.
Yeah, man. I hope they make this visceral, and Insomniac just gets to use their imagination, because if it's kind of like toned down, that would suck, you know, especially not
like
suck,
I don't.
but it would
I know
just
what you
be
mean.
more fitting if it was just violent, because it's Wolverine.
Yeah. Like I don't need intestines and stuff,
Yeah,
but
no,
maybe
yeah.
if they get cut in half and it's just like blood, like a lot of kind of splash
We're
blood,
not
and then it
talking
kind of
Mortal
just
Kombat
keeps
type
it.
of gore. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, even the at 360 X-Men Wolverine game was fucking brutal.
Yeah, it was.
That
Yeah.
opening scene is hard. But, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, then this was actually I remember Husk last week on our show. He mentioned Gran Turismo 7, and they showed it. And I'm not really big on the Sims racing games, but from what I saw, especially because of the fact that it's been so long and because this game is delayed, it seems like they're going balls out with this game. The amount of customization, which is what every Gran Turismo fan expects, is there. This game is just fucking huge in terms of like what they're doing with the social aspect of it, and so many different courses, and there looks like there's going to be a lot of user made things as well. I mean, it was staggering, honestly, and on top of that, it looks beautiful. I'm sure it's gonna handle well. You know, Polyphony, they're pioneers in this shit. You know what I mean? So it's good to see. Hopefully that it makes its return, you know, back into prominence, because, you know, just because Forza is. And I'm talking about Forza Motorsport, you know, not Horizon, in terms of like Sims. So, you guys got anything on Gran Turismo?
No,
Looks
I got
really
nothing
good.
there. It's pretty. It's not for me. But
Yeah, that's.
I don't think I have the time to invest in it anymore,
Yeah.
but I have fantastic memories, and I hope that it hits those, you know, of building your car up from scratch,
Yeah.
and it was good times.
This is what I was talking about. That's exactly what, you know,
Yeah.
Mike. If
Yeah,
you
you
like,
can
if
go
kind of
apeshit.
rewind a little bit, yeah. If you look at that map, it looks like you can drive within that area, and then this is just a lot right here,
Yeah, I think it looks huge. It looks like a big
definitely.
game.
So we'll see. We'll see as they show more. I don't think they showed a release date, did they?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Okay. So we're still expecting it 2022, maybe.
yeah.
Okay. So then after that, we got another nice surprise. Some people were expecting this, you know, so it wasn't like whoa surprise, but still, 2 games from Insomniac in the same show, you know, because we keep talking about Insomniac being the premier studio, and I think it's safe to say this will not be a cross-gen game. This is definitely going to be PS5 only. And you know, they showed Spider-Man and Miles Morales together. So, you know, I'm wondering whether there's going to be some type of co-op component to this game for sure. Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's there, but yeah, man, you know, it's obviously, and the biggest fucking splash at the end was Venom. You know, I mean, and that had a lot of people just going ape
What?
shit.
Yes.
Yeah, that
Yes.
was pretty cool.
What?
So again, man, yeah, just
Like,
awesome, dude, awesome. At least for me. So we don't know when
I'm
it's coming. No
stoked,
date.
man. I am absolutely stoked. I played both the Spider-Man games, and they were one of my favorites in recent history. How can you not like Spider-Man? I mean,
Yeah.
he's not quite Wolverine for me, but he's up there, and Insomniac just does a fantastic job with these games. So
Oh yeah. What did you guys? Jordan, you haven't played Spider-Man yet. Have you?
I haven't. Yeah, I just haven't found the time for it yet to squeeze in. But I will eventually get around to it before this game comes out. I'm sure because we don't know when this is going to come out. But yeah, I'm excited, dude. Insomniac, lightning strikes twice in one freaking showcase. Come on,
Amazing.
like
bro.
look how freaking pretty this
Seriously.
is.
Yeah. I
Ah.
know. Mike,
Like
what'd you think?
I was expecting this, like kind of when they started showing. I'm like, okay, Spider-Man, but I do think Venom was the bigger reveal,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's Craven speaking during the trailer. So if it's like a Craven, Venom, maybe Electro there at the beginning, depending, like versus Spider-Man, Miles Morales, like we could be looking at
I
some
think they're
type
tying
of
it all in. Yeah.
dude, and then
Cool,
what
cool.
if we get some type of Wolverine thing at the end or a Spider-Man thing at the end of Wolverine?
Oh,
like
they're in
Sony,
the same universe type
Sony
thing?
owns Spider-Man for sure, and I think the X-Men. I am not exactly 100% sure on that. I know Marvel was
it's
like,
weird about
there's
that,
a thing,
right?
right? But
because
if
like Deadpool and
right,
yeah.
exactly. But if somehow Sony is like getting Insomniac to get their hands on like these type of like IPs and stuff to be in together in a world, we might be seeing the first makings of an MCU, but in video games.
It'd be freaking
Yeah,
awesome.
that'd be
That
something,
would be pretty
dude.
fucking
That'd be
cool.
something.
Notice at the end of the trailer, it didn't say in development for PS5 like Wolverine did. So I'm just saying.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm, I
Yeah,
don't
good
know.
catch.
You know,
Yeah.
Could still come
Yeah.
out on PS4, maybe.
I don't want it to though. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't
I
want
know
it
I
to
sound like an
either.
asshole. I know.
I'm with you
sorry.
though, Mo. I'm
Come
with you
on,
though.
man.
Asshole, Mo.
You know, yeah, I know. I'm a selfish prick. What do you want me to do?
Flexing.
Okay, so at this point, I thought that the show was honestly done. Like we had just hit. I think we were like the 38-minute mark, or no, 38-minute mark, and then I remembered that the show actually started 2 minutes late.
Yep.
You know, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
they show my fucking boy right,
Yes.
right here in the flesh, in the fucking making. And God of War Ragnarok, obviously. If you pause it right here, that's Loki right there. If you actually reverse, like if you reverse and you see him walking, that's like a silhouette. You can see a silhouette with.
Oh,
yes, yeah. Obviously, we know
you
because
snake eye motherfucker, you.
spoilers.
Ooh.
It's fucking Loki. You know
I
what
didn't
mean?
put
So
that
if you haven't played
together.
God of War yet, but
Yeah, I feel like yeah.
so they showed the game. They finally confirmed the name. They confirmed the date. Did they confirm the date? I'm sorry. They did say, when did they say the release date was? Was it March?
I actually missed that, Mo. I'm sorry.
Or
let
it
me
might
look
be.
that
I'm
up.
sorry. I can't believe I don't even have the date. I thought I caught it as well. But, you know, Cory Barlog is not directing this game. It's going to be Eric Williams. And it seems like Cory Barlog, they put him, or he's doing the next big thing. But he obviously has it. This is his baby. You know, it's not it's not going to be like one of those situations where it's just like, oh, hey, yeah, go ahead. You know, I mean, he was clear. He probably consulted on a lot of these things. Funny thing is, too, is Eric Williams, who is the director, Cory Barlog tweeted out his name in January 2020. This was almost 2 years ago. He said, Eric Williams, you're going to remember the name. You know, like, I mean, this was almost 2 years ago, and obviously they knew that he was going to be direct the next game, which means that for the last 2 years, whatever new game Cory Barlog has been working on, he's been working on it.
Yeah.
I'm assuming at least.
Nice.
But going back to this is all I wanted to see. For me, everything else was decorations. I heard from a lot of, you know, there was a few people you saw online. They're like, this is obviously look at this fucking shit. Come on, man.
Yeah, that's
Come
cool.
on. There was a lot of people that were like, you know, I didn't get that big jump in visual quality that I was expecting. I think, you know, obviously, like, you have to watch the 4K reveal anyway, you know, and on top of that too, I mean, I do think it's going to look as good, if not better, than Horizon Forbidden West. You know, like if you really look at Horizon Forbidden West and how beautiful it was, and all we've seen so far is PS5 footage. The character models are stunning. You can tell that you can tell from the character models themselves that they've had more work. There's more detail in the faces.
Yeah.
They're showing more, they're showing you obviously now Atreus. He looks like a teenager. He's pubertal. He's hormonal, and
Sure.
His voice is different.
Yeah, that's the same kid. He just grew up.
What?
Yes, it's the
Yeah,
same.
isn't that
kid.
cool?
Damn,
Yes.
his
I love that.
Voice actors are the same. The voice actors are the
damn.
same.
I was like, oh, they got a different voice actor. Holy
no.
smokes,
No,
bro!
it's him.
Hey, Dad. Hey, Dad.
So they showed so much traversal. It looks like the world might be even bigger than what it was in God of War 2018.
Yeah.
They said this is going to be the finale of the Norse saga. Take
I'm
that
cool
as you
with
will,
that.
right? So it's not going to be a trilogy. So they're going to end it here. Like when they say Ragnarok, they're going to end here. Thor has a role, big role. Odin is confirmed to be in the game as well. Tyr, if you played the first game, you know who Tyr is. And Ryan Hurst, who played Opie in Sons of Anarchy, if you guys remember, and he also played what was the name of that linebacker kid in Remember the Titans, left side, strong side. He's the one that's gonna be playing. He's gonna be voicing Tyr as well. So,
oh, cool.
I'll move on to you guys, but me personally, yeah, bro, I loved what I saw. And for the people that were saying, in terms of, the visual quality, to me, that's just a testament of how fucking amazing God of War 2018 still looks to this day.
Hell
that
yes.
game had no business being on the PlayStation 4, and look how incredible it looked. Even if you pop it now on the PS5, it probably still looks better than most of the games you're going to be playing on your PS5. So that's just a testament to how great of a job they did to it. But anyway, I'll move on to you guys, man. I could fucking talk about God of War all night.
I know. I don't have too much to gush on like Mo here, but no, I think I made that exact same comment because I was a late adopter to the PlayStation, and I only played God of War 2018 for the first time just this past summer. So yeah, as I was playing it, I was already like floored just by the environmental design, the colors of the game looked gorgeous. Like, arguably it could have released in the past year and a half. That's how pretty it is. I haven't watched this trailer in the true 4K yet, but I imagine it'll still blow me away. But
look at Freya.
the facial expressions, just the lip syncing and everything, it's a gorgeous freaking game. So I am happy with how it looks. I'm excited just to kind of see how they wrap this all up, because there's just so many plot lines and so many things happening. It truly is a friggin' epic story that's taking place here. I like that it's not a trilogy. I mean, it's kind of interesting to see just a part 1, part 2. I'm cool with that. But yeah, man, give me God of War.
Freya, bro. Freya looks like she's out for fucking blood.
Yeah,
this looks fantastic, man. So I got pretty hyped, after my boss left my desk and I was able to continue watching this. I really did enjoy God of War 2018, and this one looks like more of that, but better. And I can already tell there's more particle effects. Some of those textures look better. I think playing this is going to be, the key, right? I don't think we're seeing it all in its glory,
of course,
on video, but I see more particles, I see more fire, I see more visual effects, more depth of field and LOD and detail. Yeah, no, it looks fantastic, dude. And the other one was already great, and I'm pretty sure we'll be playing this at 60 FPS. So
yes,
on top of it. So I think this is going to be fucking fantastic, and we're probably not even seeing everything here, who knows? There might be different weapons, there might be different abilities. It's gonna be epic, and I'm glad it's over, because I hate when they drag shit on for too long.
Yes.
I'm
psyched.
Definitely not gonna ascension this bitch.
This is day one, and I'll play it straight through. I'm psyched.
Ooh, one thing I did want to say: do you think they're gonna? I mean, I'm probably a dumb question, but they're gonna keep the single take. They have to.
Yeah.
They have to.
Oh, yeah.
That was so bad.
I feel that's such a unique.
Yes, that was so badass.
You can't. There's no way. That's like the
So
reference now to the single take. Everyone's the God of War like single take. Like you can't fucking
no
bend.
freaking way.
Yeah, Mike. I mean, look at this. I'm telling you, yeah, you can just tell.
Yeah, you can tell that there's a
look at
lot more detail in every, like his armor, the
Yeah.
world itself, the little cities. Besides the graphical part, but the world itself is more lively than it is in the first
Yes.
game. It's very
Yes.
empty and barren in the first game, and they're bringing. I don't know, like they're not in the woods anymore, basically. You know what I mean? Like they're literally out in the land of Norse, and like Kratos is probably going to interact with a bunch of different people.
Yes.
And with them saying that this is going to be Ragnarok at the end, I really truly hope that it goes all the way through, and then at the very end it kind of just gives you like whatever the next adventure is or whatever, and it's like very prominent, like I said, Egyptians or something like that. But I mean, anything, honestly. I think it's a weird thing to not do 3 games, but I mean, I don't care really. But you know, it's like, oh yeah, we do 1 and then 2 and then we switch it up. If they go from so far, like we said, different weapons or something, I don't know. Would he get rid of the Blaze of Chaos? Would he get rid of the axe? Could you see him like wielding
Who
a
knows?
magic spear?
Maybe they break.
Spear would be
Yeah,
cool.
something, you
know.
know,
How
like
about
because
no?
in the second game they gave him a
about
whole
no?
other set of like weapons and stuff like that. I don't know. You don't see a jump, but you see a grapple, like a get over here. A grapple's making the comeback, I guess, a lot. So
They're gonna
How
give
about
him
you know,
a
if the game didn't have a
AK-47.
grapple, if some game didn't have a grapple 5 years ago, the sequel today will have a grapple.
Yeah.
How about a hammer?
Oh,
hammer.
oh,
might
whose
steal Thor's
hammer?
hammer?
Right?
Ooh.
You know, bash his fucking skull in, take it for his.
Yeah, man. You get
It looks amazing.
if you get a look at me, this fucking character models. If you get a chance, yeah, definitely go on Santa Monica's Twitter account, because they actually posted high resolution, and Raf Grassetti, who is basically the head of all art at Santa Monica. He's a fucking he's an artist. He's an artist. If you follow Raf Grassetti on Twitter, he's incredible. Such amazing talent. And
Yes, he very much is.
yeah, and
Yes,
he actually
is.
shows he shows the character models. He showed earlier today the character models for all of them, and they're fantastic, bro. Freya looks like she's been through some shit.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that's gonna
I
be
like
a very interesting arc.
how I like how Loki rides his spirit deer in
Yeah,
the battle.
yeah,
Like holy
yeah.
shit, bro.
Yeah. So we'll see how they're gonna do it. It was a great way to end the show. You know, you talk to other people as well, and I think you know, just these shows themselves. You know, obviously everybody started comparing it to like to the show from for you know to Xbox to show
Of
at
course.
E3, which was a
Yeah.
fucking great show as it was in its own right. They showed a ton of stuff, you know, but you know, and then for the ones that were saying like, oh, you know, some of the games are far out, or some of the, you know, like why did they only show trailers? I mean, again, you know, we got trailers for Fable, we got trailers for Starfield, we got trailers for fucking what the hell is they get all those other good, basically like Perfect Dark.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we don't have dates, so this is kind of like the way that it's going to be, and it's going to be a long generation. You know, the one thing I loved about this show is the fact that they showed a lot of gameplay, which is nice. Gameplay always trumps. You know, announcement trailers are cool, Wolverine, Spider-Man 2, but yeah, gameplay is always clutch. People were disappointed there was no Twisted Metal. I didn't really care. Twisted Metal would have been cool, but you know, whatever. Bloodborne, I definitely thought would have made it a showing, you know, but apparently not. Seems like that. I think that's just gonna die.
I feel like that
Yeah,
ship has
yeah,
sailed. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. So
unfortunately.
overall, I thought it was an excellent show for them. You know, they showed gameplay. They made some cool announcements, and you know, I'm not gonna sit here and compare the fucking shows. You know, I thought they were both great, and
Right.
you know, that's kind of like where I am. What about you guys? What do you have any in terms of what you thought? Final.
I liked it. I thought the length was good. You know, and you know, yes, it's easy to compare the two just because it's Xbox, but
Sure.
they both did their fair share of like the whole. Again, we have to wait for a few things, or this is
Yes.
just CG. This is
Yes.
gameplay. But either
Yeah.
way, good show. There wasn't as many surprises as I would have liked. Like
Yeah.
we kind of knew of what to expect with a lot of these things, but I was really excited about Wolverine.
Yeah.
But yeah, aside from that though, I was overall pleased with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
One thing I will add, I'm sorry, Kev, before I move
No,
on.
go ahead. Go ahead.
No, one thing I just want to add is the surprises. I agree with you as well. You know, about like the not many surprises, but
Yeah.
I love the fact, like when I saw Forspoken, I was like, yes,
Yeah,
this is
sure.
what I want to see. Right? Like, I mean, I was more about that. Like show me what it is that you're doing. Yeah, surprises are always cool. You know, I mean, who the fuck doesn't like them? But
Yeah.
but go ahead, Kev. I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say that it was a good show, man. I'd give it, like 8 or 9 if I were to rate it. I think the pacing was good. Yeah, some of them were snoozers, and some of it like GTA and Rainbow Six, meh. But for the most part, I think it gave clear direction of kind of what's coming for Sony, and that's why I tuned in. Right, I want to know why I have a PS5.
Yes.
What I'm waiting for and what to get excited for. So
That's
I think
good point,
this
too.
is really this is really going to start hitting us spring next year, right? When some of these start dropping, and again, I have to say that during the pandemic and all this, we're really behind about a year and a half, but I think that's just across the industry, so I think everybody's catching up now. And honestly, I know they wanted to get the hardware out, and then someplace had to give. So I think the games are just starting to ramp up, man, and that excites me, because we've had plenty to play, right? But I think we're really going to start seeing these games taking advantage of the hardware that we invested in come spring next year, and I'm super stoked. I'm super stoked.
Definitely.
And Wolverine.
Let's go,
Let's
Kevin.
go.
I just caught a mosquito. So
Hey,
that's why
Mike. Does it
Good
hurt?
job.
Every time. Thanks for that, Jordan. Yeah, I thought the show was good overall. I did have a very good time with it. My takeaways from it are the obvious ones like God of War and Spider-Man, but the two that were like, oh wow, like I feel magical right now was Wolverine and Project Eve probably.
Yeah.
And Forspoken for honorable mentions for the magic
Honorable
feeling
mentions.
because it was just so different, and like I mean there's a dragon in there, like I like being a good dragon. And I guess I would throw Tina's Wonderlands in some honorable mentions because damn, that cell shading looks really good. But yeah, I'm down with all the other stuff. I'm having a great time where I'm at in gaming right now with Fist and Aliens I'm about to beat.
Stay tuned.
And then just for
Stay
more
tuned.
stuff to come out and for this to launch today on top of that Matrix trailer.
Yes.
Oh,
It was
we're
a
having
good
good
day.
times, baby.
It was a good day.
Yes, we
That's
are,
going to be
man.
exciting times.
Oh yeah, for sure. All right. Well, yeah, that was our impressions for the PlayStation Showcase 2021. Thank you guys for watching and for listening, and do tune in this Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on our YouTube page. We'll be going live. We will have Lady from GBTB and Noobs and Pros and Xbox Ultimate Show. She will be joining us. We'll be talking about this show again, not into this much detail, but we'll definitely be revisiting it along with everything else. So we hope you guys can tune in and be with us. It's always a fucking riot. I promise. You guys got any final things you wanted to add?
No.
Thank
you for watching.
I got nothing. Yeah, this was fun.
right. Yeah, definitely, man. This was great. So, all right, guys. Well, I'm Mo, Mike, K-Med, and Jordan, and Kevin. Fucking K-Med. I just said your name. Jesus Christ.
It's all good.
So, oh my God. All right, guys. So we'll see you guys on Sunday, and catch you later.
All right, good night.
Bye.